Today is a very special day because we are reading books inspired by Reylo or that immediately give off Reylo vibes. And if you didn't know, Reylo is basically the ship name for Kylo Ren and Rey in the Star Wars sequels. And I cannot tell you how obsessed I am with Rey and Kylo Ren. You probably have heard me refer to Kylo Ren as my husband multiple times on this channel.
I'm happy to see my husband.
This day is already great, but it just got even better because I got to see my husband.
You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
On my other channel too, like, I don't even know when it started, but forever I've had like this huge crush on Kylo Ren. Like, when I saw him in The Force Awakens, I just knew he was meant to be with me. Like, I was meant to be with that man. I was in love immediately. Don't ask me why. I was like, I don't know, 10 years old, 12 years old, something around that, something around that, and I saw him in his mask with his lightsaber, and it was like, I love him. And for about 8 years now, we've been married. He's been my husband, and I've been in love with him forever, and we literally have we literally have a husband photo over there on my desk. I'm in love with Kylo Ren. That's all I can think of. And now we're reading books that are going to give off the same energy. So I have a big stack of books. This is a lot of pages, and this has been the most fun week I've ever had in my life, and I can't put it into words. I cannot put into words how much I love these books and all of the books that I have in my arm right now. So it is going to be an amazing time. I hope you guys have fun. So let's go and introduce the first book. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you didn't know, my name is Kira, and today we are reading Reylo books. I'm so excited, and I already want to introduce you guys to the very first book we will be reading, which is Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. When I heard this book was originally a Reylo fanfic, I ran to the store to pick this up, and I just knew this was gonna be like a 5-star or 6-star. Like, I just knew I was gonna be obsessed with it. I've seen so many people read this book and say they absolutely love it, but I had no idea this was originally a Reylo fanfic. Guys, I can't even tell you. So in this novel, we are following Xander and Gwen, and Xander is a celloist and Gwen is a violinist, and they both play in the Manhattan Pops, which is basically this orchestra, which is basically an orchestra in New York, and they both have lived in New York for like quite a long time now. I think they were both born there, but we're following them along on this journey inside of the Manhattan Pops and also outside, and this is like an enemies to lovers romance with a little bit of like not fake dating, but kind of like in the spotlight celebrity kind of stuff, because Xander is a celebrity. He is this like famous musician. He's very well known, and if you didn't know, this book is kind of linked to the first Julie Soto book because Xander does have a little bit of like an Easter egg in Forget Me Not, because we see him as the celloist. So we're following this like New York friend group, and I absolutely literally love it. Obviously at the point in time now, this is like future Kira before we get back to the video, but I lost my intro, so I wanted to introduce you guys to the book really quickly. I, at the current point in time, have read Forget Me Not, but when I was reading this originally, I didn't realize the both of them were connected. I love it, and I cannot wait for another book in this like book universe. I'm fully obsessed. So it's time that we go back in time. I'm going to like explain better in my full review what's going on, because I want to let myself do that. I don't want to waste your time. I'm not going to yap about it now and then yap about it later. So let's start this video. I hope you guys have the best time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I literally love you guys, and thank you so much for your support. I hope you guys have a fun time in this video. So let's get started. Happy Christmas! Well, it's Christmas today when I'm filming this, so I was in my pajama bottoms. I'm probably going to go and switch back into my PJ bottoms, but guess what? I am officially 165 pages into this book, and I cannot tell you how absolutely in love I am with both of these characters. Like, I think Avery was asking me this morning, she's like, what book do you think is the best book that you've read this year? And period, end of story. I think it literally may be this book, because I have not felt this obsessed and like highlighted this much. Like, where is my highlight? My page, my one page that has so many highlights. Even last night when I couldn't find the same marker, I went in and I was highlighting too. Literally stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning, Christmas Eve, reading this book until I literally fell asleep because I was reading for so long. Like, there were scenes where I almost went and just highlighted the entire thing, but I think I'm gonna go back and tab them because I have to show you guys. Let me go and grab it. My mom got me one of the best Christmas gifts. So this is like an annotation, like little tab page, but the back of it has this little tiny like magnet. You put the magnet in the book. So I'm putting it in the front page and then you put it on here. Are you kidding me? And now I have all these different tabs. I don't know where the rest of them are because she got me so many. I put them in this little bin that they got me too, and oh my gosh, I cannot wait to use all these tabs because I love annotating my books now. Like, at first I wasn't really into annotating, but I definitely like highlighting the stuff and then tabbing them and going back and getting inspiration from those lines or just rereading them because they're my absolute favorite. But so far, the way I tell you, this man is literally exactly how I would picture Kylo Ren in like a modern world. And then Gwen, I just want to be best friends with her. I don't know what it is about her. She just seems so low-key and so sweet. Like, when she's going back to her roommates and they're just getting takeout, I want to be your friend. I want to be your best friend. I want you to teach me violin. So far there's been like, not I would say a spice scene, but it wasn't. Like, it was more just like a really intimate scene, and I started giggling a little bit. Like, I was like, wait, why is this gay? I was like, wait, what? I'm sorry, wait, what? So I'm very happy that we're halfway now because I don't know how many pages this book is. I think it's like just over 350. It's 365 pages. So we are just under halfway, just because we are a little bit like, we're almost there. It makes it look like it's halfway because this bookmark. Also, my grandma got me this bookmark. It's so cute. I'm obsessed with boba, and it's a magnet one, so it has like it on both sides. I'm telling you, I loved it. And of course, I'll be probably wearing this a lot. You'll definitely see this if you watch my Disney vlogs. You'll definitely see this in our next trip because I literally love it. And 2006, that is the year I was born, and Hannah Montana is my girl. I love Hannah Montana. If you guys want a haul of what I got for Christmas, y'all should tell me because I have so many things, so many beautiful things. I'm literally so grateful. Like, I'm smiling from ear to ear. One of my favorite things, my new phone case. And of course, I got a stack of books, which I will show you guys later. Do we love it? It even matches my background because, of course, my boyfriend, Darth Vader, and then we have Hayden Christensen. I love him. I love him so much. I think I love this book even, no, I don't. I will always love Hayden Christensen even more than I love any book, but I love this book, love it. I think my favorite moments are the ones where they're just like, I don't know, like internal dialogue, because Julie has such a way of writing scenes where you can vividly imagine these things that are happening, and I'm just giggling over here. I'm reading my book at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, because this man is such a simp for her, and she doesn't even know it. Like, she doesn't even see it. Her one friend in the orchestra literally sees it. And the fun thing about this, because I was so confused what the publicity stunt was, and I don't exactly know what it is right now, because I feel like it might get elevated. There might be a little, maybe, I really am crossing fingers, a little bit of a fake dating scenario. That would be amazing. But he's left the Pops, but he came back because they're like, yeah, you're super famous now. Can you come here for like publicity and stuff? And they've picked Gwen to be first chair, and she's like the youngest first chair in the entire, I think, the United States, but maybe the entire world or something, because they're 4 years apart. They have a 4-year age gap. I told you earlier, I told you in my last video, I love an age gap, like a 5-year, 4-year, 5 to 3-year age gap. When they're older, I'm like, especially when I like the guy being older. I don't know why. Also I said I like the girl being older. I like both. Honestly, I like both. I don't know why. In the books, I love a little bit of an age gap. You may see me tomorrow, we may be done this book. Who knows? I may be done tomorrow, but I'm just so excited to read some more of this book and definitely use all my new little gadgets, use all my new annotating stuff. So I will see you guys soon. Now it's time for a reading montage.
You left me stranded, looking like a fool. All those nights alone in our bedroom. You said one thing and did another, didn't you? Know this, I refuse to be blue. Don't try, don't try to deny it. You know it's true. The shame is on you.
I am so emotional right now. I finished the book last night. I read over 160 pages yesterday of Not Another Love Story by Julie Soto, and I feel like I'm gonna cry right now. Why do I feel like I'm gonna cry right now? This feels like such an over-exaggeration of what I'm feeling, but it's really not. I know it's just a romance book, but this is the first book, literally the first book, and it dawned on me when I was going to bed, where I'm like, why am I getting emotional right now? So when I was going to bed last night, I was like thinking, because now every single night before I go to bed, I go and I read. So when I was thinking, and I'm like, wait, what do you mean I'm going to bed and I'm not gonna see Xander, I'm not gonna see Gwen again? Like, I'm not gonna be in Manhattan, I'm not gonna be touring with them? Like, what do you mean I'm not hanging out with them tonight? Like, why is that making me so sad? Like, why? I'm not okay right now. So, obviously, by my reaction, I guess you guys can guess my answer for my rating. But this was absolutely perfect. This book was amazing. Of course, I told you guys the plot, but I will go a little bit, not too much into detail, because I like going into books personally without knowing anything about the book. So I know a lot of people have read this book, but for me, I knew like nothing about this book, even though there was so much hype going around it. And as you can tell, even the tabs are not how many highlights I have. Those are just like very important scenes to me. And I even posted a reel of one of the scenes that just literally made me squeal. Like, I have so many where I'm like, Xander is literally my man. Like, I'm not kidding. He's my favorite book boy now. He's my favorite book boy because this man, he's like the reincarnation of Adam Driver and Kylo Ren. I love him so much because I don't know what it is, but she just makes him such like a lover boy that he puts Gwen before everything else. And literally Julie's scenes were so good. There was a good bit of spice, but to me it didn't start. There was like one scene where they're making music and then it gets a little bit spicy, but it's not like a full spice scene. So it took a while for them to finally get together, and then there were spice scenes, but they weren't super long. So I was only flipping like 3 pages, and I think I flipped like 4 times. I think there was like four scenes in this book. So of course there is spice in this book. Like, that's not surprising. When you go onto Fable and you go onto Goodreads, it will kind of say, especially on Fable's the best for that. And I know I sound like I'm a walking like advertisement for Fable, but I really like Fable so far because it has like a little column underneath where it says the amount of spice level. Like, one's like PG spice and one's no spice, and one's kind of spicy, one's really spicy. Like, they have a spice rating and they have like emojis for it and stuff. So when I was going into this, it said some spice, and I was not surprised by the amount that there was in it. And I actually thought there might be more, but there was so much in this book that I just absolutely loved because there were so many things going on, like the relationships that were being built, and even like Gwen and Xander's relationship. Like, her descriptions and the way she puts these words onto paper, they are just so beautiful and eloquent. And I remember there's one thing, I'm not going to be able to find this because there's too many highlights, and my favorite thing now is highlighting with gray because it doesn't stand out too much, so it doesn't look, I annotated it too much, but there are a ton of pages that just have so many highlights. Like, I was just giggling and squealing, and there were so many things. Like, his confession, I just wanted to cry because I was so happy. Like, I was in the back of the car, I had my headphones in, I had my Lana Del Rey on, because literally, tell me he's not so Lana Del Rey. He is Lana Del Rey coded. I love this man. That's all I listened to when I was reading this book, and I just felt so inside the book. Like, this was a mind movie book. This was a book that I'm gonna remember forever. I woke up and was just thinking about one of the scenes and how absolutely perfect it was. Like, I feel like this is the matured version of me. This is my Better Than the Movies, because when I read Better Than the Movies, I was like in 8th grade, I think. 8th grade, 9th grade. So this is like the mature Kira's book. This is my new Better Than the Movies because I'm obsessed and I cannot wait to reread this book again. I would love a beautiful copy of this book. Not that I don't already think it's beautiful, but I really would love a special edition of this book. And I just want to go make a Pinterest board. Like, I already had my book journal with the page on, but no, now this This book needs an entire section, not just like a page and a half. I love classical music. That's just like the teeniest little fun fact about me. I'm a classical music girly. I don't know why. I don't know when it happened, but I love classical music. I think that's like the Pride and Prejudice in me. I love a simple classical music vibe, and this was the book for me. This literally was the book for me. I think this may be my best book of the year. I think it may be. So I am so pleased, and I'm not gonna cry. I'm really a little bit emotional. I've said that so many times, but I'm not gonna cry. I feel like a little bit I am, but I'm so honored to be giving this book a 6 stars, because this book is going to live on inside my heart and play in my brain daily. On the daily, I would like to marry Xander. I want to be best friends with Gwen, and I would love to play the violin now. Like, I really want to learn an instrument now. So, with all that ranting, I hope you guys are going to read this book. I definitely recommend it. If you love a good romance, I literally need to go and pick up more Julie Soda books. Like, she's an icon. I literally love her. Her and Ellie Hazelwood, I feel like, give me the same exact like feelings, the same exact vibes. So now that we are finished Not Another Love Song, that means it's time for the second book that has like the same vibes as Reylo. The next one we're reading isn't really a Reylo fanfiction turned into a novel. This book is supposed to have the same vibes as Reylo. At least that's what I've heard. So we have to read it to figure it out. And luckily I'm already, I think, 120 pages in, 110 pages into this 400-page book. And the next one we are reading, I know my annotation pages are actually blocking the cover. It is The Heartless Hunter, and I really like this cover. I think it speaks very fantasy, very YA, and I love it. Of course, we still have our Pride and Prejudice bookmark. It is marking our like quarter way. I think I might take off the dust cover just for now. I do wish there was something on the front, but that's okay. That's okay. I do like the navy. I do love a navy. So this is gonna sit right here. So in The Heartless Hunter, we are following Rune and Gideon, and Rune is a witch, but everybody in her society does not know. So in her world, there is this thing called the Blood Guard, and they basically hunt down witches. I don't know specifically if it's to kill them or to just like imprison them and get rid of them, because witches once ruled over their world, like not ruled over it, but had superiority and were like really powerful. And when the book first starts, Rune starts talking about the witches like scars and stuff, and how that would signify that they had magic. So the more scars you had, the more powerful and more higher class you were, which I just think is really cool. Of course, you know it's going to be a good book when it opens up with a map. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I really like it. And of course, look, there's Gideon. I know I'm blocking your face. There's Gideon, and there is Rune, and then it just shows a little map of all the stuff, and I love a map. I love a map in a fantasy book. So Rune is a witch, like I said, and then Gideon is a witch hunter. So obviously, you can see, completely at odds. Enemies to lovers at its absolute max, because he's literally trying to kill her. He's literally trying to hunt her down. And her best friend is his brother. His brother Alex, the younger brother, and we don't know for sure. Gideon thinks that Alex has a crush on Rune, and I get a little bit of a sense that that might be true, but Rune's like, no, he's like a brother. And I'm like, no girl, don't say that. Say you want to have a love triangle. Say you're gonna have to pick between the two of them, the older brother and the younger brother. Don't friend zone him. Don't family zone him. Please don't family zone him. That's just me having a thing for love triangles. Hence why I'm writing one. I love a love triangle. I don't know why, but it's my favorite trope of all. Like a love triangle, I eat it up every single time. It's literally my favorite. This book, I just know, is gonna have a great enemies to lovers. At first, I was reading the first, maybe it was like 40 pages, and I was like, oh, I'm so sad. Not Another Love Story is over, and I'm not reading it. And I was worried that I wasn't gonna like it. But now I'm actually eating it up, and that's why I was up till 2 o'clock. Not 2 o'clock. It was like 1:20, but I was up late because I kept reading the book, and then I lost track of time. And then I went to go to bed, and then I was like, wait, I'm so overtired. I'm not tired anymore. Let's read some more. And then I fell asleep, and then I dreamt of it, and now I'm gonna read some more. But I'm gonna go eat breakfast first, and then we're gonna bang this book out today because I just want to. I really want to, because 1, I want to be in this world. And 2, I want to read Pride and Prejudice. And I think that's going to be our next book, but it's also possible that it's something else. So don't hold me to my word. It may be the last book, but it may be the third book. Questions we will answer after.
Suddenly, the world I used to know, I see it differently.
No, you didn't just do this to me. No, you didn't just do this to me.
woke me from a dream, now here's reality.
I'm so emotional right now, it's not even funny.
Baby, baby, you are really hurting me. 'Cause every time you tell me I look good and that I'm doing fine, but nothing ever changes. And now I see, baby, you are hurting me. Stuck in repeat. Stop lying. I know you're playing your part, but baby, it's breaking my heart. How could I know? If you don't need me, just let me know when I go. Truthfully, the game that you've been playing felt so real to me. I once believed that you could be my destiny. Baby, baby, you are really hurting me. Who is she? How can you reject me so damn easily?
Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? I just want to squeal and scream. I loathe him, but my voice trembled as I said it. 8. Literally 8.
Just let me know when I go. I know you're playing your part, but baby, it's breaking my heart.
So last night I fell asleep reading Happy Place after I read like 100 pages of this book. So we are on page 335. I almost said 30. 335, and there is, I think, exactly 400 or maybe literally 401 pages. But this book, because it is a YA, the font is bigger and I get through like 100 pages and like 30 minutes. So we are going to finish this up, and then I want to introduce you guys to our next book, which I am very excited for because people say if you love Star Wars, you are going to love this book. So with me, I have the Hurricane Wars, which is going to be our next book. I actually would love to take off the little cover right now. Don't ask me why. I love taking the dust cover off when I'm going to read it. So now it's officially time to read the Hurricane Wars, of course, after the Heartless Hunter, because I do need to finish it. But look how many tabs there are. There are even more highlights than there are tabs. Like, I'm really loving this book. Like, I'm not as in love with Gideon as I am with Xander, and I feel like coming off of Not Another Love Song literally makes it very hard to love someone just as much. But I just love Gwen and Xander so much that it makes my love for Gideon and Rune just, I don't know, like, not tainted, but a little bit less. Like, I don't love them as much, and because I just read a book where I so intensely love the couple, like, I love them together so much that it makes it feel like I don't love them as much, but I really do. It's just the comparison is so drastic because it's up here and it's down here, but like, I love them even more than most books that I read. I know I'm not explaining that very well, but like, I love them, but just they don't compare to the last books. It just makes me feel like I'm not enjoying it as much when I really am. Like, I'm having a great time. Like, A Witch and a Witch Hunter, Enemies to Lovers, there's a brother, a younger brother and an older brother. Like, that's my favorite micro trope. Like, there is the younger brother and there's the older brother and they both have interest in you. Like, that's my thing. Okay, I'm doing a little refresher because I actually, when I first picked this up, I did read the first chapter. Okay, I've refreshed myself. I know I'm holding the dust cover when I should be holding the book. So in this, we are following an enemies to lovers romance, which is basically like this whole fantasy world that I obviously cannot explain very well yet because I've only read the first chapter, so I don't really know. I was gonna try and explain it. I feel like I'll just read the little blurb, and then as we read it, I'll tell you how it's going and like what I understand more, because I feel like I'm not gonna explain this very well. Here's the little blurb. So, the fates of two bitter enemies with opposing magical abilities are swept together in the Hurricane Wars, the spellbinding debut in a fantasy romance trilogy set in South Asia-inspired world ravaged by storms, perfect for fans of Sarah J. Maas and R.F. Kuang. Okay, so we are going to be following Taliesin and Prince Alaric, and they are going to be our rivals who turn into lovers. I feel like we're going to get the most enemies to lovers vibes out of this book because they are literally fighting against each other in a war. Like, they hate each other. Like, that's the one thing I remember from the prologue and the first chapter is that they hate each other. Like, they hate each other, like, so passionately. Literally, like, the entire first chapter was like, I hate Prince Alaric. I look at him from across the battlefield and I loathe him. I hate him. That's good. And this book, so I'm going to continue reading this book, finish it up, and then we are moving on to the Hurricane Wars. I think I'm going to give The Heartless Hunter a 4.5. I think it might be a 4.5.
Dressing up, fixing my strut, always prepared, you never know who shows up around the corner. Maybe it's that director. Oh, I can sing, I can dance, I can learn the smooth moves. I would do anything you ask me to do. Jump out on the stage, get locked up in a cage, director. Glitter and a touch of glamour. Wanna impress me, show me real amour. Flower curtains, rose petals on my bed. I'm your sweetheart. Every new day, a new chance for success. The sooner the better, 'cause I'll be the best. But I draw the line at getting undressed, director. Oh, I can sing, I can dance, I can learn the smooth moves. I would do anything you ask me to do.
I'm grabbing my Comfort Dragon because it's time that I give my review. I'm ready to give my review because I have finished the book. This is very odd for me. I feel a little bit emotional right now too, giving this review. I do not feel satisfied with the ending of the book. I think this is a great book for anybody who wants to get into fantasy because definitely, like I was saying earlier, like, her world building is so simple, but it's also so intricate. Like, it feels like she's putting building blocks down, and as you get into it, you get more into it, you build the world up. It feels like you're making this, like, magical place in your mind, but it's so easy to follow what's going on because she doesn't bombard you with so many things. Like, sometimes I know when I get into fantasy books, I'm like, what is going on? I don't really understand, but she was so clear, so I definitely really liked it. I really liked Gideon's character. I absolutely loved Alex. I loved Rune. I want to be her bestie too. Who else did I like? Oh, I liked Verity. I liked Verity's character, and I really liked just the plot line. I think the plot was very interesting because there was a lot of action going on. There were mystery things, and there's missions, and there's always like something that the character wanted and that was motivating me to read to the next chapter. It always ended on something that I'm like, I need to know more. I want to know more. I want to continue this. So definitely worthy of a 4.5. I really, really liked this book, even more than I thought I was going to. So now that book is over, also I want to speak a little, just a teeny little bit. This book definitely gave off Reylo vibes, where it's like, I think there were some lines, like, there's definitely vibes. I think Not Another Love Song gave off even more Reylo vibes. I think this book really spoke to, like, the Reylo vibes where they are enemies, but you can feel, like, the tension, and obviously that's, like, the enemies to lovers. I think it was more like the little things where it was, like, Gideon's hand on, like, the small of her back, even though when he's mad, she's like, he's always still gentle with me. Even when he's angry and he hates me, like, he's gentle with me because he cares, and him realizing that even though he thinks he's hated her all along, like, he actually loves her and he really likes her, and, like, he feels so passionately about her. And I think just the more angst and the more hate, there's definitely more like both of them just hate each other, but then they both kind of switch, and it's more of that slow burn that you get in Star Wars. Whereas Not Another Love Song is like, he's always been in love with her. Let's be for real. He looks at her and he's already in love, but she thinks they're enemies to lovers. Where really I feel like for her it's enemies to lovers, but for him it's always like, I love you forever. I love you forever. I love you always. He is Lana Del Rey, man. This was an amazing book to have Lana Del Rey in the background, and I can't believe I'm tabbing so much. I feel like because I'm writing, I'm tabbing more, and I feel like because I appreciate the writing a little bit more now that I'm trying to write my own book, I just love it. I literally love it. Also, little shout out to myself. I have 43,000 words. Today's, I'm moving towards the 44,000, so by the end of the day, I'll have like over 44,000 words. And I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself because I've never written that much in my life. I've never actually stuck with a book. But let's move on to the Hurricane Wars. I'm going to kiss this book goodbye, and we're going to move on and hopefully fall in love with Prince Alaric. I'm actually, stop. I'm in love with him. Stop. I'm in love with him. Like, I'm fully in love with him. I think I'm gonna be so in love. Like, it's only page 70. Like, this is the next day. Obviously, you guys can tell by the, like, outfit change, but just to clarify, in case you guys are like, no, it's late night. No, it's 5 o'clock. It looks very late, but I'm doing a little bit of a mood setting reading right now where I'm using my phone with a light. And I'm in my dark room and I can see the words with this light, and in the background I have edit audios going on. You guys can hear that. Actually, I need to go and put a new one on because it stopped. Okay, I brought back my drink. It looks like water. It's because it's sparkling water, but it's the key lime flavor. So good.
I know sometimes life can be tough, and you feel like you just had enough. When you're thinking everything is gone wrong, just remember that I'm here to cheer you on. Yeah, I wanna pick you up from the ground, let you know that I'm always around. 'Cause I know we can make it, yes we can make it if we try. Keep on trying. You got it. I believe in you. You got it. I know you got this. You got it. Just keep on trying. You got it.
So currently, I'm not where I want to be. I'm at page 150 right now. I know I have headphones in. My phone's actually not working right now, so I've turned it off. That's why I forgot they were in my ears, because I have nothing in my ears. I do have a vibe going on. I know with the light, hard to tell that it's a vibe because the camera does not like to focus, so I'm just gonna stand kind of right in front of it so it looks like I have a halo in front of me. So I am on page 142 right now. I'm almost at page 150. I'm basically at page 150. Oh, my phone just turned on. And I want to see if I can basically finish it tonight. As you can tell, it's 7 o'clock. I'm saying this and I'm not going to do that, but tomorrow I'm definitely finishing this book. And then after we're done the Hurricane Wars, I will give my review, and then we will be starting Pride and Prejudice, which will be the final book of this video. I am very, very excited. A little while ago, I did start it, so I'm 25% of the way already in it. We will be following Elizabeth and Darcy, which is set in like this, I don't even know what time period it is. I can't believe I know so much about it, but I don't know what time period. It is an olden kind of England vibe, and I love love them so much. They are some of my favorite characters. I adore them with my entire heart. Like, I love them so much. And if you could see the highlighting and the amount of times I've watched Pride and Prejudice, and then being able to like really visually see what she's speaking about, because it's not like the same English, the same language that the way we speak today. It's not like modern English, so she does have a little bit of like a different way of saying things, and being able to see and like watching the movie first actually really helps me understand, because I did read Pride and Prejudice once when I was grade 10 and I really liked it, but it was hard for me to understand and like really know the depth and understand what's going on in the book. But now that I've watched the movie so many times, I really understand, and I'm like, literally my favorite. I love Darcy so much. Like, Darcy is one of my favorite boys. I love him. I love the way Jane Austen writes. She's one of my favorite authors. I love her, and I have my whole right here. Over there, I have my little set. I know I'm not zooming in on it right now, but I have my little set, my book, my $30 book set that I got, which was a very good price for the Christmas like sets that they were making, and one of them was all the Jane Austen books, and I'm like, buying that for myself because it was 30 bucks. It was 30 bucks, which is really nice, because sometimes books can be, well, all the time, books are expensive. So a $30 book set with 6 books in it, is a steal. So let's see if this will work. Yes, it is. You're not the sharpest tool in the shed. The sharpest tool in the shed. Okay, I'm finally gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down and do what I want to do, which is read. And then I'm gonna write, because I wrote 50 notes. Okay, I'm pausing the song, even though I feel like this, I love ABBA. I cried. This is my iPod phone, the one that has no SIM card, that I had for quite a while. It's my, what is it? I think it's my 8. It's my iPhone 11. This is my iPhone 16. This one is my actual phone. So, if you guys are like, Kira, you change your phone case so much. Why is your phone a different color? This is my legit iPhone. This is the one I use. And I also have to change my little, like, oh my gosh, my iPhone is so dirty. I'm so sorry, guys. That I have to change the screen protector, because yesterday I was filming and I'm holding it. It goes to drop. I catch it, but I make it so much worse, and it goes into the corner of the, like, bookshelf. It was already chipped down here, so it completely, like, cracked through it. So no bueno, but we do love the Hayden Christensen. I heart my boyfriend. That's how I get people to stay away from me. Perfect. Okay, I got it. Now I'm taking off the stickers. I'm going to take off these stickers. This isn't the satisfying peel I was hoping I was going to get. Of course, it says, read this if you love Star Wars. And I was like, I love Star Wars, so I'm probably going to like this book. Which allows me to say, I actually understand the plot of this book now. Because earlier when I was telling you guys the plot of the book, I didn't really understand. I also kind of, not like don't understand what's going on. I also am still like, I couldn't tell you all the things, but it's like, I know in my brain, it's just that I can't pronounce the stuff, and there's so many different things. So basically, we followed Taliesin, and we followed Alaric, and I'm gonna be very brief about this and very, like, not say too much, because I think this book has a lot of, like, I don't know, like, plot building that you're building to the very end, and I don't want to say too much because it will spoil the book. Overall, I think this was super fun. So we followed Taliesin, and we followed Prince Alaric, who Prince Alaric really, like, he was already one of my favorite characters immediately in the start of the book, but like he even grew on me more as we got to figure out more about him. This book was told in a third-person point of view. So we're following Alaric and Taliesin, and basically there's this whole thing called the Hurricane Wars going on, and in the front of the book, it shows you this big map. I think I am picturing this stuff a little bit different to what she's envisioning and what she's writing, because I wasn't, when she's saying ships, I'm thinking like Star Wars spacecrafts, but I'm thinking now, after seeing and looking in depth in the map, I think she was referring to like flying like ships, like ocean ships, flying ships. So I probably should have maybe paid more attention to the cover, but I hear ships and I hear like space and galaxy, and I think, oh, we're doing like spaceships, we're doing like hovercrafts, we're going to space, like airplane kind of type of things. But no, it was like ships that fly. So basically there's like these power wielder people, and I know this is gonna sound really confusing, but it's because it's so confusing to like explain without going, here's my entire 15-hour TED Talk, because I'm a yapper, so I probably end up over explaining everything that didn't need to be explained. So it's like, it sounds weird coming out my mouth right now. I'm just gonna really try to like oversimplify it right now, just so it's easier for me to explain, and then hopefully a little bit easier for you guys to like understand what I'm trying to say. So there's these things called the Light Weavers, which is what Taliesin is, and she has like light magic, where she can take this light magic and turn it into like weapons and shields and stuff, which I think is very cool. Very similar to like a lightsaber thing, except she's molding these different things, like the different magic, into these different weapons. Like the magic turns into the weapons. I think that's really cool. So then Prince Alaric is a shadow forager, and we have this like 3 kind of kingdoms, I think, and there were how many? 7? Yeah, 7 different kind of like magic holders. So we can see on the side there's different ones. There was like ones for wind and all of these different kind of elements, and the only ones that are left, because the shadow foragers kind of like destroyed the rest of them, the one and only light weaver that's left, which is Taliesin. So of course Prince Alaric and Taliesin are like enemies, and then this has forced marriage in it. It was very good. I think I'm gonna stop trying to explain this book. I feel like if you combined Star Wars and then like Shadow and Bone and they had a baby, this would be their baby. I don't know why, I just get the similar vibes from this book. I'm gonna give it, and I know I'm like fast tracking it now, mainly because I don't know how to explain it. It was a good fantasy. It was like fantasy and sci-fi, had a little bit of a child. It was very like descriptive. She talked a lot and she described a lot, and there was a lot of internal dialogue. I think most of the pages were just internal monologues and dialogues and stuff. I liked how we had the different parts. I really liked I'm trying to find one for you. I really liked the chapter heading. It was very simple, but I really liked it, and I look forward to seeing that little dragon there. And there's a lot of lore going on here, so I feel like if you're obsessed with it, and of course we were left on a cliffhanger. I feel like I've been left on bigger cliffhangers, and I moved my book. I was gonna pull out The Heartless Hunter. The Heartless Hunter left me on such a big cliffhanger, but this one makes it feel a little bit like chiller. This cliffhanger feels a little chiller to me. Just because The Heartless Hunter was like so intense. So I am very happy with this book. I think anybody who likes a good fantasy book, who likes a good enemies to lovers, who's just obsessed with Star Wars just like me, will really like it. So I'm going to give this book a solid 3.75, just because I think it will be bumped up to a 4-star if I continue to think about this book. There are so many things I highlighted. At one point, I just stopped highlighting like all of the page, and I would do things where I showed you guys, where I just go like this, where I would do little boxes where I'm like, yep, this entire page is perfect. I have so many quotes that I ended up highlighting. At the very end, I was like, okay, Kira, you just know this book is gonna have like so many things. So the very front of it, even before we get into the story, even before I'm obsessed with the characters and the stuff, I just have so many tabs. I'm like tabbing the books like crazy. Before I was scared to highlight. Now my favorite thing is like highlighting my favorite lines and then going back and rereading them and being like, I love you, I love it. I think she has a great way of writing like fantasy and making you feel attached to the characters. It was very like realistic. The way she wrote it was so authentic that I felt like it was really in this fantasy world. And she was so honest with her characters that even when they had flaws and when they had different things going on, like she wasn't judging the characters as you wrote it. And I feel like they weren't super stereotypical, like they had a lot of depth, and I really liked it. Of course, I have to tell you guys, the enemies did not become lovers until like here. Do you see how much book there was? This is like page 400. Like we had like a bajillion pages before they even had one single kiss. So if you like a big slow burn, here you go. This book though gave off such big Kylo Ren and Rey energy. Like I could picture them. Like the way they were thinking and the way their internal dialogue was going, I'm like, yep, that's them. Prove me wrong, tell me I'm wrong. So now we're going to one of my favorite books, Pride and Prejudice. I'm very excited. I'm already 25% of the way in. I thought there was only like 370-ish pages last night, so I was like, yep, I'm gonna finish it. No, I didn't finish it last night. I actually was like, okay, I'm getting so tired, and then almost fell asleep reading the book, and I was like, okay, I'll finish it in the morning. So I finished it in the morning, and now we're going to read this a little bit later tonight. I say a little bit later tonight, meaning once I've done some things, I'm gonna like, I don't know, get cozy and read Pride and Prejudice. And I'm also gonna read this before I go to bed, so I feel like we will get through this book pretty quickly. I do have it on Kindle too, and I like to read it on my Kindle sometimes just before bed because it's like, I don't know, like easier to read it. So I'll go back and forth between my Kindle and my little physical copy, so I'm very excited. So let's get reading Pride and Prejudice. I want to go and read some more about Darcy, and I want to see Elizabeth again because her and I are besties. Like, I feel like I am Elizabeth. Like, I love her. I love her. So let's continue reading. I can't wait until the sun doesn't go down until like 9 o'clock. Like, I'm so done with the sun setting at like 3 o'clock. Like, I'm so done with it. I can't wait for 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock sun being like, oh my gosh, it's only 9. It's only 9 right now, and the sun's still out, so I can't wait for that.
No one knows that you're with me.
I'm sorry, but I have to interrupt. What did Mr. Collins just say? I'm sorry, I didn't like him in the movie. I didn't like him already, but like, I forgot, you know, how, I don't know, just how much I absolutely hate him, how much I think he's so rude. He literally goes, I consider myself more fitted by education and habitual study to decide on what is right than a young lady like yourself. Canceled. Literally cancel you. There is no way you just said that you're smarter and know more than her. Like, sorry, no. Literally, shush. Shush your face. Literally, stay your potatoes. Go to Lady Catherine and kiss her shoes or something, because I'm so done with you right now. Like, excuse me? You did not just diss my girl Elizabeth. Like, no. No, I won't allow it. Start the soundtrack again. I had to. I'm a classical music girly. This is my favorite classical music piece. Okay guys, I'm not going to lie. One, we have finished Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did have to put this down just for a little bit, not because I didn't want to read it, but because I got a new book. And I was like, wait, I have a new video idea, and I'm like, I am going to immediately go and film that right now. So I went to go and film it, and I put this down, but I had an iconic Kindle setup that I put like right on my desk. So when my desk is like right next to my bed, like it overhangs my bed to the point of sometimes I like knock myself when I'm like turning. If I sleep on like the one side of my bed, I will knock my hand into this table sometimes. But it was perfect for my Kindle setup because I attached it right to my desk, and then it kind of like hung over so I could sleep like on my back and just touch the Kindle so I didn't have to hold the book. It was amazing. I understand why the Kindle girlies do it now. I didn't understand, and then I did it, and I'm like, my life has changed. My life has changed. I'm like, now when I read at bed, obviously now that I'm loving all the books I'm reading, but I'm like, oh, I kind of want to like put it on Kindle because this is amazing. But I do have a good bit of, I have a couple ARC books that I have to read to review, and then I have some other Kindle books on my Kindle, some other Kindle books on my Kindle that I want to read, and I'm like, this is the perfect setup. I'm like, I go to bed, I have my little hot water, I lie on my back, and I have my Hatch alarm on, I've got a little mood lighting, and I have some white noise. Sometimes I have like classical music going on in the background, and it is such a vibe, and I absolutely love it. So now to review Pride and Prejudice. I can't say anything but good things because you guys know that I absolutely love this book. Like I said before, I have read this book before. I know the story. I know this story so well because I have watched the movie like 22 times. I'm so obsessed with Pride and Prejudice. If you go on my phone, I have a whole like, you would find a Pride and Prejudice saved TikTok album with a ton of edits because I'm so obsessed with them. I'm so obsessed with Darcy. I love Elizabeth. I would love to be her. I don't know if I want to be her or be her best friend. I don't know. So probably a little bit of both. But I'm so obsessed with this book because Jane Austen just knows how to write. Like, obviously, she is one of the classics. So many people love her, but she was an amazing author and she always will be, and like, she is an icon. And definitely if you want to be a writer, I always will recommend reading her books. And I love how she uses brackets sometimes within her quotations. I wish I could find one, but sometimes when a person was speaking and she'd have the quotation, but then inside the brackets, she would say something so that you could really understand what they're trying to say. And it was kind of just a different way of line breaking, and I always find that very, very interesting because I had a class today. I just had a class, and one of my professors was like that her English teacher basically was saying how that when you're learning the steps of writing and when you're learning the formulas of writing and how to write, once you know how to write, that's when you can break the rules. And I feel like that's what Jane Austen did. She knew how to write, she knew what she was doing, and this was her way of bending the rules and creating like this unique writing. And I love her so much. She's amazing. Darcy is an amazing man, and definitely he's not too different but quite different from the movie version, and you get to see more of like, you kind of get more of an in-depth look into Darcy and definitely Elizabeth more compared to the movie, like the 2005 movie. If you guys want a super accurate representation of the book turned into like a film, watch the TV show with Colin Firth. If you have Amazon Prime, you can go and get on Prime. It is so accurate to the point of like, it's scarily accurate. So this is it for the video. I hope you guys had an amazing time. I literally had so much fun. Also, in the background, you guys can see my Anakin poster. Now I have both Anakin and Kylo Ren over here because Ben is over here, and then I have Annie over here, and I'm like, my husbands are both here when I'm working. It's very nice. It's a great vibe for when I'm writing. I hope you guys had fun. I had so much fun making this video. Like I said, this is a bit of a passion project for me. I can't say any more than fun. Like, what's another word? I had a great time. These books were amazing. I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed reading all these books. Not Another Love Song is going to be one of my favorites for all time. I cannot tell you how much I've been thinking about that book. And for my next video, which I told you guys I already started filming, please go and watch it because I'm not kidding. We start out the video with a 6-star book, and it's by an author that I already know I love. So I hope you guys will join me in the next video. Now YouTube wants you to go and watch this video. I had so much fun filming this one. It was an absolute blast. I have fun filming all my videos, but I love this one especially. So I hope you guys had an amazing time. Keep slaying. I love you so much, and bye-bye.